great. Now back again for another helping of professional dance talk. Oh, Anton and Flavia! Guys, thank you. We love the choreography chat. Well, I find it fascinating. First up, the rumba and the quick step. Which is hardest to choreograph, if I can ask?
I think they're both difficult dances. I'd say, personally, the rumba's a little bit harder because the quick step, you can get away with a little bit more because once you start hopping, I think you can sort of keep it going.
Yeah, like rabbits.
But whilst the rumba...
Nothing like that.
The rumba's got a bit more control to it, so it's quite a risky dance.
Yeah, and also because it's slower. If you
It's
do
very
something...
slow.
It's not
Exactly.
also because it's slow. I completely disagree, but there you are.
What? Go on. Well, you're king of boring.
No, and not only because of that, it's much quicker. The quick step is twice the tempo of the rumba. So it's so quick, and there's no time to think, and you're so close. It's incredibly difficult.
I think they're both as hard. One is
They're
because
as hard
it's
for-
very fast,
yeah,
one because it's
opposing
very
reasons.
slow. So for opposing reasons, they're very difficult.
Equally difficult.
OK, thank you very much. I'm pleased we've all made up. We're going to look at the rumbas and then the quick steps, and you can just tell me which bit of the choreography is so clever, which bit you love. First up, Sherry and James. I mean, holy moly.
Amazing.
3 9s and an 8. Flavia, talk me through why was this so well done by James?
I think this is one of the nicest rumbas that I've seen. I was watching it on the screen in my dressing room, and it was just really emotional. And it was a mixture of the music, the fact the routine was so simple, but she danced it so beautifully, and it was just so elegant. Everything looked right. There was nothing, you know, that looked awkward. She looked so comfortable.
So comfortable.
I just loved it.
Yeah, Anton, watching it, I just felt like he made her... Because it's so
Do you know what?
self-conscious.
No,
but-
do you know, there's a lot about this we could talk about. We could spend the whole evening just talking about this one dance because it's so good on so many levels. He's done a marvellous job here, James. He's done a fabulous thing. He's made the choreography work for her. He's kept the tempo perfect for her. Not just the tempo in time with the music, but the tempo of the dance for her beautifully. She's latched on to his style of dancing. They dance beautifully.
You mentioned that before.
Yes, I did.
And Craig mentioned it yesterday. It's something to do with their partnership.
Yeah, they have a wonderful harmony. Yeah. Harmony takes a long time to get unless you can somehow latch into it immediately and naturally. They've got it. John and Christina have it beautifully. And that's what really made the dance work so well. I think James done a marvellous job with that. He had a combination of basic choreography and some more difficult choreography, like you had that little thing at the end there, and a bit more flash, if you like. I thought it was a wonderful, wonderful dance.
Lovely.
Beautifully balanced choreography from start to finish.
OK, balance, you've said to me before, is the key. Let's talk about Lisa and Brendan's. The judges really liked it because they'd been slightly iffy, if you like, of her salsa. Why does this work? Flavia.
She looks stunning as well. I mean, the routine again, it's very Brendan.
Yeah, very good.
We've both said that, and I think she suits that too. I think, you know, that again they've got a great partnership together. I think.
Yes.
Craig said it was complex, which he appreciated. So often, is it worth?
I'm not sure it's complex actually choreographically. What Brendan did so marvellously with this is he took all of Lisa's strengths and put them into that one dance. She's a wonderful turner. She's very statuesque.
Yeah.
She makes a wonderful line, doesn't she?
Lovely
She has a
shapes.
fabulous body for dancing. She has wonderful legs. He's taken all these things. He's taken his sense of musicality and he's put in this style of dancing which is very breathy and very sort of long and sensuous. And I think
not as much basic as in you know, with Sherry and James, but in a different way. It was quite you know, it wasn't that complicated, but
not
suitable for her.
but a very difficult
Also, remember,
style.
this is only their second solo dance. It's always a difficult dance.
Absolutely, yeah, very
Let's talk
hard.
about Jodie and Ian. The judges were harsher on them, but of course, they're both so long.
No,
Anton,
I thought they were unfairly hard. I thought
I thought
when
so.
they first came down, I thought it was a bit of a chest off.
OK, right.
Otherwise, marvellous. Well done to them both for that. But what I liked mostly about this, again, this is very Ian in style, actually, but he's made it very wide, very long, very breathy, very...
elegant.
Elegant, yes. And what he's done as well, he's chosen choreography that shows her off. Beautifully. Lots of shapes, lots of long movements. Nothing wriggly and small and anything that's
too intricate,
introvert
if you like.
and too intricate. He's made it long. This is a wonderful example of what we're talking about. That's a beautiful line. Showed her off to a maximum. Beautiful.
I'd like to move on to the quick step. Rachel and Vincent, I mean, really sort of blew the judges and everybody away. Why was that, Flavia? I mean, Len didn't like the long beginning, but when we watch it again, why did you think the choreography was so good?
Well, I think the thing with the long beginning is sometimes you get given a piece of music or you choose a song, and sometimes there is an introduction introduction to the song, and you feel like you have to choreograph the introduction that length, and then there's a natural point where you want to come into hold.
Yeah.
And obviously, once you take up hold, you have to keep the hold all the way through. So I think, you know, it suited the song and the dance, and, you know, she's great, and the height and everything is brilliant, and the steps are so very complex, aren't they?
They're
It's a proper
very
quick step routine.
Proper. This is what we call a scatter chasse. He's done and a woodpecker tap and a split, and he did a tiller step before.
Okay,
that.
what?
Very
Wait,
difficult,
I love all
very
those.
difficult.
What were those phrases?
Well,
That's
just
all about dancing.
Yeah, it was absolutely marvellous. But the first thing you must do is you visit the music first and you go from there. You can't go against what the music says. Whether you feel you ought to be getting into hold, but you ought to be getting, but you can't.
Yeah.
The music's saying, not yet, and then you go.
Okay.
It looks worse, ironically, it looks worse if you go against the music. This was a wonderful quick step, very bright, very bouncy, very tricky.
Yeah.
Everything you'd want.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to talk to them in a minute. Christine and Matthew, for some reason, didn't turn...
Yeah, terrible.
Didn't turn them up. Stop it.
They are
They're
here,
over
right?
there.
Marvellous, actually.
I loved
marvellous.
it.
Flavia, I loved it.
I loved it.
So what were the judges seeing?
I don't know, to be honest with that one. It was the first, you know, they were first on, and I love the introduction. I think it just suited Christine, you know, perfectly.
Yeah, wonderfully choreographed.
The song was
Yeah.
a great song, and, you know, again, the introduction, it needed that. The music is asking for a long introduction.
This is so wonderfully put together by Matthew, because he's taken Christine's personality, and this tune was made for her, was written for
brilliant.
her.
Yeah.
It's so brilliant. And again, the same as the Vincent and Rachel, is that he couldn't have come together any sooner than that, because
fine.
the music said so. And again, this is good choreography. This is roly-polies there. He's going to do a little pendulum tap thing here into what we call a left whisk. It's all great stuff, and he did roly-poly before that, as I say, and he's going to do some scatter chasses, promenade runs, standard, wonderful
and
kit,
lots of steps.
long choreography. Now, the difference between, just very quickly, the difference between
Yeah.
Matthew and Vincent, and as a couples, is that Matthew's much longer,
Yes.
and so is Christine, than the other two.
So it's
his
just harder.
choreography, it's not harder, his choreography is
Going to
longer.
move more.
It's going to be much more spacious. He's going to move around the floor a lot
see.
quicker. So what he does, he incorporates choreography into his routine that shows that off well, whereas Vincent's able to do all the...
It's all a bit
Bouncy,
tight.
a
all
bit
the
more
little
compact.
bounce, yeah.
and-
Okay. All right. Guys, thank you
I'm
so
exhausted.
much. No. Okay. Thank you very much. Flavia and Anton.